definitely gonna go there.
Hello, I'm Matt. Welcome to ABC Interactive English.
Whoa, Kung Fu Panda experience for sure. I want to do that.
And this is...
Hi, Matt. Hi, everyone. I'm just planning my little holiday here.
Holiday?
Ollivanders. I gotta get my Harry Potter on at Ollivanders. That's gonna be great. Well, I'm gonna be going to Universal Studios in Beijing in a few months, and I found this really cool website. It's got all the different things that I can do there.
Wow.
I'm kind of planning my holiday a little bit early.
You going by yourself?
Well, my wife's gonna be there on some business, and I thought maybe I'll go meet her.
You're just gonna go to the Minion Land.
Yeah, she'll be in meetings, and I'll be with minions.
Okay.
And I win. Because she has meetings, I have minions, and minions are better than meetings.
Minions are definitely better than meetings.
Always.
You know what? You're in luck then.
What's up?
Because we have a 3-day article about Universal Studios Beijing.
In Beijing?
Yeah.
The one I'm going to?
The exact one
I don't
you're
have
going
to do this research?
Right, so you can calm down with the research.
I can read the article?
I think we're going to learn a lot about it here.
All right, let's do it.
All right, let's get into the article about Universal Studios Beijing.
In September 2021, Beijing got its first big-name theme park, Universal Studios. The park has more than 3 dozen rides and attractions in its 7 themed areas.
So, it seems we're going to be having fun at Universal Studios Beijing. This is so exciting.
It's very exciting. That's right. We've got our article today. Have fun at Universal Studios Beijing. And today we're looking at part 1.
I plan to have fun. Hopefully in a few months. But for now, we can have fun today, tomorrow, and the next day.
We'll have fun, and we're hoping the viewers also have fun here today, and maybe at Universal Studios in the future.
True, and maybe in a few months I'll see all of you there because it's going to be so great. All right, so let's get into part 1 of our article today and find out as much as we can about Universal Studios in Beijing.
In September 2021, Beijing got its first big-name theme park, Universal Studios. So that's a big name theme park. Universal Studios is an amusement park that everyone has heard of. Everyone knows that the Universal Studios in America, and they have it in Japan, and so it's a big name theme park. Big name is a vocabulary word that means a well-known or popular person or product or even a place like a theme park.
Absolutely. And we often use this to talk about big companies that have been successful and are very famous.
Yeah.
So you might, if you're lucky, you might work for a big name computer company like Microsoft or Apple. Din Tai Fung is a big name restaurant from Taiwan that's now spread around the world and lots of people know it. So
Or
if
you drink only the big name beverages like Coca-Cola or Pepsi, those would be the big name colas.
Yeah, very well known, very successful, and probably found all over the world, like Universal Studios. This one's in Beijing. I'm sure they have many in America, probably in Europe and Japan, so it's very well known. Well, let's find out about this new one. It's only since September of last year, 2021, that this has been open, so it's almost new. It says the park has more than 3 dozen rides and attractions in its 7 themed areas. 3 dozen rides, 7 themed areas. This place is big.
Sounds very big.
I'm getting the idea that it's really big.
Yeah, well, with the amount of people in Beijing and the amount of people in China, you need a lot of areas for everyone to go and visit.
Very, very good point. And there's a lot of fun stuff that they can put in there, including 3 dozen rides. Can you believe that? Well, maybe you can't because you don't know what a dozen is. A dozen is 12 of something. This is just one of those words that we use to talk about an amount or a number. In the same way that we might say a decade, meaning 10 years, we say a dozen, meaning 12 of something. I think traditionally it was like you would get 12 pieces of bread or 12 12 eggs.
Usually, yeah.
when you
Usually
buy things.
in North America, people buy eggs by the dozen.
By the
So I think
dozen.
in Taiwan, there's usually 10 in a package.
True,
But in North
yeah.
America, we usually buy a dozen eggs, so you get 12 at one time.
Interesting. Maybe the omelets in America are bigger. The fridges
Mm-hmm.
in America are bigger. But anyways, when you see the word dozen, you just think of the number 12. So 3 dozen, 12 times 3, that's 36 different rides.
That's a lot of rides. And that brings us to another vocabulary word, which is ride. So a ride is usually a machine or something that you sit on at an amusement park, and it moves you around for entertainment or for fun. So when we think of rides at an amusement park, you'll think of roller coasters, Ferris wheels, maybe the free fall ride. Some of my favorite rides.
I like the merry-go-round where you sit on the horse and go around slowly.
That's for babies.
Come on, but you don't throw up.
Yeah, I like the ones that spin you around really fast.
Ooh, no thanks. I think you'll find me in one of the more peaceful attractions that they might have there with the rides. Attractions are just things that attract people. They bring them in. When we talk about attractions in a theme park like Disneyland or Universal Studios, we're basically saying the things that aren't rides. So these might be kind of theater shows, those action stunt shows. It might be games that you can play where you can win prizes, but basically all of the other fun things that you would find at a theme park that don't involve screaming or flying around or throwing up later on.
Yes, and they said that there are 7 themed areas in the park. So themed means to give a particular theme to a certain place, area, or event. So for example, in Universal Studios, they might have, as we mentioned, a Harry Potter themed area or a area that is themed after a certain movie. So when you go into that area, all of the things, all of the rides and everything will be based on that movie or that topic.
Interesting. So a Batman area and a Simpsons area and whatever you can imagine, they would have decorations, the rides, the attractions, the characters there. They would all be in that theme or from that type of movie or story. That's pretty cool. 7 themed areas, 36 rides. I think I'm going to have to make my holiday longer. So I will call the airline, change my plans, and we'll take a break.
One area is special to Universal Studios Beijing. It's the Kung Fu Panda Land of Awesomeness. There, visitors can meet their favorite characters from the movies and more. The park also has lots of cool shows, and they run throughout the day. Visitors can enjoy the park's many shops and restaurants as well. Universal Studios Beijing is a fun place to be.
Welcome back. We're continuing with our article about Universal Studios Beijing. So far we've learned that in 2021, Universal Studios Beijing opened and that they have 7 themed areas with 3 dozen different rides.
There's
exciting.
a lot of stuff to do there, absolutely. Now, some of you might have been to Universal Studios. I believe there's one in Japan. There's definitely one in America. And you might have gone to some of these themed areas. And it's true, some of them are kind of the same. Harry Potter's popular, so you'll probably find Harry Potter themed areas at most of the Universal Studios right around the world. But if you go to the one in Beijing, they do have some extra special things you'll only find there. It says one area is special to Universal Studios Beijing. Oh, this is exciting. It's the Kung Fu Panda Land of Awesomeness. Wow, that sounds great. You all know the Kung Fu Panda movies. Have they done 2 or 3? I know they've done at least 2.
I don't know. I've never seen any of them. So
the first one's great. You
Okay.
gotta see it. The second one I seem to remember was okay. The first one, check it out. Anyways, it's awesome because it's got Jack Black, of course, doing the voice of the Kung Fu Panda. So that's gonna be great if you're a fan of that. I'm sure there'll be kind of ninja shows. There'll be all sorts of cool, crazy stuff involving all of the great characters from the Kung Fu Panda movies. And that's only in Beijing.
That's right.
So let's pretend we're in this themed area at the park. what are we going to do and see and stuff? What will happen?
I think, yeah, you're probably going to see some martial arts shows.
Cool.
I would hope.
Yeah.
I don't know, you'll probably get some of the panda's favorite foods, maybe be available in that area. And
He does like to eat.
There'll probably be some rides based on the stories from the movies.
Ooh, that'd be great. And I remember in the movie, his father runs a noodle shop. So
Okay.
hopefully they have a great noodle restaurant there.
So there, visitors can meet their favorite characters from the movies and more. Okay, so they're meeting their favorite characters. So a character is a person in a story or film. So when we say a person, we don't always mean a human person. It could also be an animal, but it's the person or people that you watch in a story. So in Kung Fu Panda, of course, the main character or the most important character is the Kung Fu Panda.
Definitely, yeah. And of course, some of the other characters you would see there, we mentioned Minion, you'd see Groot, you'd see Harry Potter. These are all things created from the imagination of a writer and put into a book, story, film, play, movie, TV show, anything like that. Not real people. Mickey Mouse is a character. Joe Biden is a real person. Even if he's in a movie, he might not be a character because they're generally from your imagination. What else would we see? The park also has lots of cool shows and they run throughout the day. Earlier, right, we talked about all the rides and the attractions. These shows, these would be the attractions, all the other entertaining things you can do, but you're not on a machine flying around through the air. And it says they run through the day.
So the shows are just running through the park all day.
No, not that kind of running. Not like the running you do at the gym or the running that you do to catch your bus. No, this basically means they're on, they're working, they're in operation. When we use run like this, we're basically saying something is there, it's available, it's in business, it's open for the public, for customers to come in. I could say that my friend runs a store from Monday to Friday, and then on the weekend, a manager comes in to run the store. They're basically taking care of the business, keeping the customers happy, making sure the business is open. And then you could also say John runs his business from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. That's when it's open, that's when you can go.
Right. Visitors can enjoy the park's many shops and restaurants as well.
Noodles.
Universal Studios Beijing is a fun place to be.
Sounds like
And
it.
I guess, yeah, that's the kind of fun you're looking for exactly.
Oh boy,
So-
I really want to see Kung Fu Panda, Land of Awesomeness! But I also want to see some Harry Potter, and I definitely need some Minions in my life.
Well, I think we're going to learn a lot more about the other areas of the park. And I hope we'll learn more exciting things about how you can visit Universal Studios Beijing.
I think Harry Potter's tomorrow, right? See you tomorrow, oh!
In September 2021, Beijing got its first big-name theme park, Universal Studios. The park has more than 36 rides and attractions in its 7 themed areas. One area is special to Universal Studios Beijing. It's the Kung Fu Panda Land of Awesomeness. There, visitors can meet their favorite characters from the movies and more. The park also has lots of cool shows, and they run throughout the day. Visitors can enjoy the park's many shops and restaurants as well. Universal Studios Beijing is a fun place to be.
Hello, I'm Tina. 我们来看这一课的重点单字。第一个 dozen 名词12个一打。Could you buy a dozen eggs for me after work? 你下班后可以帮我买一打蛋吗？下一个单字 ride， 它可以当名词，表示游乐设施，也可以当动词，表示搭乘，比如说搭乘交通工具啊，搭乘游乐设施等等。那它的三态就是 ride、rode、ridden。我们来看看名词的例句。How many rides are there at Disneyland? 迪士尼乐园有多少项游乐设施啊？那么动词的用法呢？我们来看看这句话。Lily rode the pirate ship with Peter. Lily 跟 Peter 去坐海盗船。下一个单字 character 名词角色。Who is your favorite Marvel character? 谁是你最喜欢的漫威角色啊？ 最后一个单字 run， 动词运作、运行，它的三态是 run, ran, run。His show has run for 5 years。他的节目已经运行了5年了。运行的意思就是上线5年的意思。接着我们来看重点文法。第一个 A is special to B，A 是 B 的特色 ，special 是形容词，特别的、特有的。我们来看看这个例句 ：The sauce is special to the restaurant。这个酱料是这间餐厅特有的。下一个文法 ，throughout the day， 一整天。Throughout 在这里也是介系词，从头到尾贯穿的意思。我们来看看这个例句。
Can I help you with anything?
Why do you have so much energy?
I had a lot of coffee throughout the day. So, do you need anything?
No.
Do you need anything?
最后一个文法 as well 也，这是一个副词片语，它的位置是摆放在句尾。我们来看看这个句子 ：My mother likes cooking French food and baking French desserts as well。我妈妈喜欢做法式料理，也喜欢做法式甜点。以上就是这一课的重点单词跟文法，我们下一课再见喽，拜拜。
Sizihwan has many popular spots. Hamasen Railway Culture Park is a good place to take photos. The British consulate at Takao is a historic site. Don't forget to try the extra large shaved ice. Remember to enjoy the pretty sunset. Visit Sizihwan to give yourself a good memory.